I got a little lesson I want to teach y'all. Now, we just got done doing an example of a trade on stream. If you're watching on YouTube, come to the stream, and I can explain some of this stuff to you. Now, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm merely a person that has been trading and investing for going on 5 years now, and I had to learn from scratch. Shout out to the people that I did get to mentor me. I was very, very lucky to stumble upon some mentors, but for the most part, I am self-taught. Um, but shout out to them. Shout out to the Black Box team. Those people help a lot. Literally, just getting to watch them and learn all the time. Now, this is something that has come from me. This is my personal experience. It's my personal conclusion after making and losing a lot of money and being a very active day trader. I'm talking putting in a lot, probably hundreds of hours into day trading all day, every day. Trial and error. Gotta learn from experience. Now, this is something I want to share with other people that, and you can apply this to any investing. It's not just trading stocks. Now, I mostly do options, but I have a variety. I'm on what's it called? I'm in my Discord. I'm in my Discord BC. Now, I'm explaining this very quick, and then I'll be able to check your stuff out. So, the problem with investing, trading, all that, it is risky, but that shouldn't deter you from doing it. You just need a system to manage the risk. You need a system to make sure that you're protecting the money that you do make. You're gonna start off losing a lot of money, but if you get to the point where you're able to make any money or you have a gain on any type of investment, you need to have a strategy or an idea of how to manage the money, because the actual solution is not to just let the money sit in the account and go up and down. No. Let me give you guys a different way to think about how to manage your money that you gain during an investment. So here is an example for us, right? An example here. Hold on, let me change the title of the stream right quick. All right, here we go. Now we got the relevant title. Now, here's the example we're gonna work with so I can explain to you guys my reasoning and logic with numbers that can kind of make sense to y'all. So let's say we have stock X. All right, so this is the stock. This is the amount we have in our account. This is the total, right? So let's imagine you have $1,000 that you invested into something, right? You made a 50% gain. So now you go from 1,000 to 1,500. Now, traditionally, a person would just let this money sit in the account and then use this 1,500 total, this new account total, to invest into something else. Now, that's not a good idea. And to start off, investing all of your money that's in an account into one trade is not a good idea. But we're doing this just for the sake of example. Let's say this isn't your total account. Let's just say this is an amount that you invested in one trade out of your account. So you made 500, now you got 1,500. Usually people would take this 1,500 and say, oh, let's go invest this into something else. So let's say a more practical number, if you don't have like buku money, you might invest $100 into a trade. So, just replace this number with whatever number makes sense for you. So I think after experience, letting your account build up feels nice. So it feels good to build your account up and see it go from, oh, I started at 100, now it's 150. Oh, I made another trade, I made another investment, now it's 200. Oh, I want to see it get to 300, I want to see it get to 500. That is a slippery slope. And let me explain why. Because obviously you want to see your investments go up, right? But the nature of investing, and especially trading, you're going to lose. So you don't want to develop risk aversive behaviors, because if you're avoiding risk because you don't want to lose money, you might miss out on good opportunities to make money. So the attitude you have about the money, if you just want to protect it, you don't want to lose anything, then you're not going to risk it in something that might be able to make you more. Now it's good to be cautious and calculated, but from my experience, being too protective and holding on to the money too tight can have the opposite effect on you, make you lose money. Not just that you might not make more, you can actually cause yourself to lose money because you're too concerned about, taking an L. But if you were talking about trading or some type of risky investment, you do have to take that chance. The way to me to not have losing money psychologically affect you is to take money out when you do make it. Now that doesn't mean take all of it out. So that doesn't mean, oh, we started with 1,000 in this investment, we made 500, we take the 500 out. No, I think you should split whatever gains you make 3 ways, and let me explain the 3 ways. Now, in Ciara's ideal world, in Ciara's system for trading and investing, it would go a little like this. It would go like, all right, so you made 500, you're at 1,500. No, you're not at 1,500, actually. We're going to X this out. No, that's the traditional way to do it. We're going to say you started with 1,000 in this investment, you gained 500. Let's go ahead and break this down. How about, let's try something different. Let's go, you got that 500, right? Let's try to break this 500 down into 3 different ways. Now, what 3 ways here? What 3 ways? Oh, it's okay. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you which. I'm going to show you. Let's show you how to break this down to make sure that, one, your investment account is going up, right? And you do have more money to invest into future things, but you don't have to worry about losing all of your money every time you invest something. So I would say this is my system that I've developed over time, right? Now I think you should put it in 3 different categories. Let's say one category over here. Let's do one. Let's do one. Category 1. Then we'll do category 2. All right, and then we'll go over and do category 3. All right, now y'all see that's obviously uneven. You gotta balance this out. It's gonna kill me if it's not centered. It actually is gonna. It's literally gonna. Let me. I know I only changed it a little bit, but it's okay. It's gonna actually drive me nuts. That's better. Now let's do it like this. I'm gonna just put the text box here. So category 1, I would put this as, we're coming up with different categories to put your investment in. So when you make money with some type of investment or trade. So number 1, I would say, depending on your financial circumstance, these could be different. So let's say you're the average person. It depends on you. Now, if you're the type of person that wants to use money you make from investments in your real life, like you want to make money in order, like you want to gain investment money in order to help with your expenses, this might go to your personal account. This will go to your checking account. All right, this is just one way to do it. Now, if you're not a person that needs the money, right, I would say this could go to, ideally to me, this would go to a long term. So it's either checking account or a long term stock. Now, these technically could be separate, but I would say it really depends on you, Because what you can't do is go into the investments and the trading is like, oh, I'm gonna do this in order to make money, so I have more money to spend. No, 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 that's gonna fuck you up. I swear to God, it's going to. Like, it's not just me saying it. I promise you. If you're trading because you need the money, that's gonna affect your psychology, and that's gonna affect your decision making, and then that's gonna affect your money, and it's probably gonna make you lose money. So that's why I say, depending on who you are, if you are doing it and you have the mentality like, oh, I want to use some of this money that I make with my investment, this system still works for you because 1/3 of what you make you can put to that, but you are still going to have to maintain 2/3 of it either in your stock account or in another account. Now, let's just say we're going to assume that this is a trading account here. So this is something that you're actively using. So what you want to do is distribute the money that you make into different categories that is useful for you. So what's useful to me, I'll give y'all just an example based on what I need, what's in my like investment appetite. Now, personally, the main category my money would be going to when I make a gain, I will take it out and I will be putting it into, let's just say, medium risk investments. I'll put in medium risk investments slash, let's say, crypto. That's mine. I can't spell. My brain's fried. So yeah, medium risk investments slash crypto. That to me is kind of really where you want to be, the middle ground. You don't want it to be in something that's going to take a whole year, multiple years to make money. You want to put in something that's going to move, but not too fast. You know, I would say crypto, depending on your risk appetite, could technically be high risk. But to me, the way that I trade it, it's medium risk because high risk to me is stock options. And that is the next category. The third category, high risk investments. High risk investments slash stock options. Now, this is the highest risk out of everything. It is. I can guarantee. It just is. It just is. And this would be, we're gonna assume that the account that we made this money on is already a high risk investment. So that would mean, let's draw an arrow. Let me get an arrow in here. So that would mean, let's do the math. Calculator, please. So we're gonna split this 500 into 3 ways. So let's do 500 divided by 3. $166. So we're gonna put that under each box. So we could put, we'll just draw it. Let's do plus 1. It's so hard to draw this shit, bro. 166 plus. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I need to make sure. I wish I had like a pen that I could draw and that could make it over here. We used to have that in school. That was actually pretty useful. A touchscreen pad that would like draw things for it. And it's about to look different each time I do this. Actually, 166. All right. So that would mean instead of having 1,500, we're gonna add 166 because this account is already a high risk account. We're assuming that this is already a high risk options or high risk investment account. So it started with 1,000. Okay, you made 500, which is 50% of this trade or this investment. Usually, you will go from 1,000 to 1,500 in the account. But with this strategy of breaking up your gains in 3 ways, you would go from 1,000 to you would go to 1,666 with this total. I think I'm doing the math right. Yeah, 1,666. Now let me double check my math. I think I'm doing it right, but I have been up for a while. Let me just make sure I can still do math. Okay, 1,666, like I thought. So this is how you invest and trade without losing your money. So 33%, you only get to keep 33% of what you make. You don't get the, so say we could replace all these numbers with 100. You can replace this with 100 if you want, as another example, okay? So say you have $100, you made 50%, which is $50. So you went from $100 to 150 in your account. But no, you don't get to keep that 50. You don't get to keep this 500. You have to split it up. So now 1/3 of your money that you made went back to the account. So your account is going to move up slower, but you're going to be protecting the money that you do make, so that when you do take an L, when you do have a trade or investment that takes an L, you're not losing all the money you made. You're investing into your other accounts. So if you need the money, if you're investing in trading to make money, you already paid yourself. You already took out 1/3 of that time you made 500 and got $166 sitting in your checking account. Or you got $166 that you put into some stock that you wanted. Tesla, Apple, Meta, whatever the fuck, Amazon. You put that money to the side. This is in a whole different account. This is somewhere else. This is completely boxed up somewhere, separate from all of this. Then that time you made that 500, oh yeah, you put that shit in some crypto. You already put that shit in some crypto, so it's somewhere separate. So the only money you're risking is the extra money that you made, the 1/3 of the money you made, and you're setting this aside. Now imagine you do this and separate 66% of your money, which is 2/3 of your money, every time you made some money. Every time you make gains on investment or trade, you put 1/3 into a long-term stock or your checking account. You put 1/3 into some crypto or a medium risk investment, right? And then you left 1/3 in the account. You just left 1/3 sitting there. So we could literally do this example like all over if we needed to, with a different amount. It's very simple. I think this is a very simple concept, and this is a good structure to have. Like if you don't have any structure, if you don't know where to start, or like, oh, I made some money but I don't know what to do with it, don't just let it sit in an account. You need to figure out what's your priority, what can you manage. And even if you don't actually have anything to invest in, it's okay. You can still separate it. Put your damn money into Cash App and buy some Bitcoin. Just let it sit there. So I'm just saying, like, let's go with something more realistic, right? Let's go with the $100 example. You invested $100 into something. All right. Let's say you got lucky and you made 100%. Let's do a different example. Okay, let's go 100%. Boom. You made 100%, so we're gonna do plus 100% gain. Gain. And Bessie's gonna kill me if she sees me up. I got 30 minutes to get out of here before Bestie catches me still on stream. She's gonna be on my ass. Yeah. Like, weren't you supposed to go to sleep? I can't drop shit on her. I get what I'm saying, right? I get the idea. I hope this makes sense. I think this is a pretty simple concept, but then again, I've been doing this stuff for a while, so to me it might seem simple. So y'all let me know if it makes sense to y'all, or if you have any questions. I mean, I'm really passionate about this. This is probably like, if y'all wondering like, what's yours like thing that she does the most? Like, what does she do? Work? What does she do that she's passionate about? This is it. This is it. Um, Let me erase this. This is the thing I've been doing for the most consistent. Um, this is the skill that I've been building for the past 5, almost 6 years, coming up next year. So this is my craft. This is what I care about and what I'm passionate about. This is why I want to teach people as much as I can, hoping that it can make someone else's journey easier. Because I didn't have a guide, I didn't have anybody to teach me these things. I had to learn everything by myself or through a couple mentors I got to have, which they weren't personal mentors. I was just in a group that had these people trading all day, and I got to learn from them and stuff. But um, let's see, let's that's black. But most of it is blood, sweat, and tears. And trust, yes, real tears, because I was losing real money. But I told myself when I was 17, I was like, look, if I start learning this shit right now, by the time I'm 23, because that was like by the time I would like finish college, 22, 23. I said, by the time I'm 23, I'll probably lose a lot of money. But at least at that point, I mean, that's still early in my life. So, what else would a 18 to 22-year-old spend their money on? Some bullshit. I was like, hey, instead of spending my money on bullshit, all the money I get pretty much outside of bills and other necessities, I was like, I'll dedicate all my money to that. Cause like, I probably would have blown it on some dumb shit. Like, you know, young people usually, you know, aren't smart with money or spend it on things that are temporary, right? When I started making money and working in school and stuff, I was making like, I was making a pretty decent amount, but I also had a lot of bills and responsibilities. But when I was spending money on stuff, I was spending on like stuff like shoes, like expensive shoes. I was just or most of the money I was spending into like my businesses, like invest into my businesses, because I sold a lot of clothes. I sold all types of stuff like online. I had multiple online stores. So like that's what I put my money into. That and then stocks when I turned 18. Well, I was kind of doing it at 17, but it wasn't like all the way. It was because you can't have your own account. But I did have one through my sister. So this is why I spent the most time and money into, and I do think that my thought process was right. I mean, yes, I've made and lost thousands of dollars with it, but it's like, what else would I have spent the money on? Some bullshit. So I think it was worth it because then you're getting a lifelong skill to where you can multiply any amount of money. Like someone could give me $25 and I could turn it into 250. I could turn it into 2,000. Like I've done it with every amount of money. Like so it's like that's a skill that nobody can ever take away from me. Like, and I can teach that to people. And like I said, this type of stuff is usually gate kept. So I really want to do my part to like help anybody that wants to learn about it or you know need some advice or thought about it but don't know where to start. Like I feel like that's where I can like come into like provide some value to people. Like I'm not the best ever or anything, but I do have a lot of experience and I do have, I would say, pretty good perspective. I know how to read a chart, so I think I have something that I can offer people. So we're gonna continue with the example, but I just want to give out a little context, a little background. So this is the example we had here. All right, so we're gonna redo this example, and I'll show y'all what this system is like with a smaller amount of money, something more realistic for most people. So let me break this down for y'all. Why is my Discord glitch? Let me break this down for y'all. JJ, you can pull it to the Discord. I'm about to be done. Share screen. Okay, so this is an investment you made, right? You made an investment with $100. You made 100%. This is an amazing, great trade. Now, you gained 100. So you went from 100 to 200. Now, remember, in our system, what do? We break down the money that you make into 3 parts, depending on what you need your money. So, we don't get to keep this 200 in this account and trade it. What do? This is simple. We break it down into 3 parts. So, you got 100. Now, we got to break this 100 down. We got to break this 100 into 3 parts. So, I remember it was different types of accounts here. So, this is 1. You're splitting the money up. So, you got 1, 2, and then you got 3. Oh. That looked janky. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't allow that. All right, that's still janky, and I can't look at that. All right, that's good enough. So, what are the 3 accounts? I forgot. So we got some type of long term. So we got checking. We got long term. We're just gonna put a long term. Let's put long term. Let's make this big. Long term. I can't even type. Let's do bank / long-term investment. So remember, this depends on what your financial situation is like. If you need the money and you make some money, it's okay to take some out because you're not taking all of it out. You need to keep something in there to keep the account growing. So it's okay. Then what's number 2? We got medium risk investments / crypto. Yeah, the level my brain is functioning at right now is not it. All right, now you got this, and then number 3, last but certainly not least, this is gonna be the account that you made the money out of. Be able to keep it here. So this is high risk investment / stock option. All right. Okay. So, new example. Now, this is a different example here. So, we're going to plug in. It's the same formula as last time. Now, let me change the color of this. Let's make this bigger. This way too. 1/3. Put that over all of it. So you can remember that this is 1/3 of the money. 1/3. And you could split this into 4s too if you wanted. You could split it into whatever you want. Whatever you want. But I think doing things in 3s is a little easier to remember and just better. All right. Now we are splitting. We made 100. Okay, we made 100%, and we made $100. So this is very easy. We don't have to do no calculation for this. This is $33 for each one. So I'll go ahead and draw that for y'all. This is $33. So I mean, there's gonna be some change, but we're not. We're gonna do 33. Shit. Let's do. Oh my God, I'll take I see how slow I gotta draw these threes for. Oh my god, it looks like a kindergarten. Oh my, yeah, chat. This is. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be like acceptable. It's hard. I wish I had a pen right now. All right, now, and last but not least. Oh my god, I can't with how these threes look, bruh. This shit is killing me. All right, so it's 33. It is fucking 33. Okay, you see, it's 33. So now you can put this back into the account. So now, even though you made $100, your account is only gonna be at 230. Yeah, I should have just typed these. But this is your new account. This is number three. This is your number three category. Um, it's so hard to draw this shit. Okay, this is this. Okay, so your account is already high risk, so you only get to keep a third of what you. So that way, whenever you do lose some money, you're not losing all the money that you make. You're not just seeing your account going up and down. You're actually contributing to some type of long-term investment, right? Now, if for you, you might not have, you could swap this. This you can literally turn these categories to whatever. If your main priority is keeping your money and using it to pay for stuff, you can send it to the bank. 1/3 or whatever you make goes to the bank. If that is the case, then I would switch this from being a what's it called? I would switch this from being medium risk investments in crypto to this being a long term, right? Because you have to shift things based on what financial position you're in. So if you're in a position where you need the money but you still want to invest, okay, how about this is gonna be a lower risk profile? You're gonna have your money in the bank. You're gonna keep 1/3 of your money in your trading account, and instead of this, you're gonna have a long-term portfolio here. You're gonna put this into stocks. So look, it might take you a while. It might be you adding $33 one time to a stock. You might buy $33 worth of an Apple stock. You can buy fractional shares these days. You don't have to buy the full shares of stocks like this. Back in the day, it was to where, let me pull up the chart so y'all can get an idea. Back in the day, if you wanted to buy Apple, you had to buy the whole Apple stock. So right now, what's Apple worth? $224 per share. So one share of Apple stock is worth $224. Back in the day, it's either you had all the money to buy it or you wasn't getting it. These days, you can literally put whatever amount of money you have into that stock. So if all you got is $33, you can put $33 into Apple or whatever stock, Tesla, Amazon, whatever stock that your heart desires. You can slowly but surely build it up like this. Your bank, hey, you made $100. Hey, it might not feel like a lot putting $33 into your bank account, but imagine if you make good trades throughout the year here and there, and this is going to add up. It might be 33 this time. It might be $10 the next time. Shit, one time a third of your profits might be $50. You might make 150 one day. So boom, you get to put 50 aside. Another day, you might make 75. So you can put 25 to the side. This adds up. It doesn't seem like a lot. Another day, you might make $30. So you got another 10 you added to your account. This is your bank. This is your bank or your stock investment. We're imagining here. Another day you make, you make 300 one day. Boom. Oh my God, you went crazy. Now, hold on. We add in 100, because 100 is going to this category. Another 100 staying there, right? Boom. Okay, you have the best day ever. Your best trading day ever. You make $600 one day off of the trade. Okay, boom. You already know we split in that 3 ways. So you put in 200 over here. So this, we're imagining that this is what the course of your year looks like for your investments. If you're getting started, this is good. What's the math on this? Let's go ahead and add this up. So let's imagine this is how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how much you're making every month, or a third of the trades that you make that you've made money off of. It adds up. So at first you had 33 that you set aside. Then you had another good day. You had 10. Then you had another good day. You had 50 one month. Then you had 25 one month. Then you had another 10. Then you had 100. And then you had that big month at the end. Hold on. 33 plus 10. Hold on. Did I do 0? 10 equals 43. Plus, I was doing it right. 50 equals 93. Plus 25 equals 118. Plus 10 equals 128. Plus 100 equals 228. Plus 200 equals 428. So let's just say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how much you're making in a month, or this is how much you're setting aside in a month to put in your bank account. So you just went from having no money in your bank or whatever was usually there to plus 428 in your bank. Or let's say this is how much total you were able to put in the stock. So say 1 month you put $33 into Apple. The next month you put another 10 into Apple. Then you're like, ooh, I like Tesla. Let me put $50 into Tesla. Then let me put 25 into Tesla. Now you got 75 in Tesla. You went from having no stocks. We're assuming this is a person that has no investments or stocks. You're literally funding your stock and long-term investments, like things that you're not going to touch. You're funding that with the little bit of money that you could be making here and there. And mind you, that makes it to where whatever money's in your trading account doesn't matter. This could go up and down. It could go from 233 to 100. Guess what? You still took 33 out. You still took 10 out. You still took 50 out. So now you're not really going to feel anything when this amount goes up and down, because all this is doing is allowing you to fund other investments, allowing you to fund other accounts, right? That's basically the idea. So let's say this is like 6-7 months worth of you trading. You're not going to hit on every trade, but the trades you do hit on, you're setting something aside from. So this is just a visual example of, to me, what I think is the best system if you are going to dip your toesies into investing or trading, how to protect your money to where you're not risking all your money into your account. So like, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you guys a end of the year review. So this is going to be my first year implementing the system, because this is something I had to develop over years, and I think this is the best way to make sure you can have money in your trading account and you can trade, but your money is protected and being set aside for long-term things. Because look, remember, you made $428, or you put 428 of your dollars away into stocks. Let's say your stocks went up, let's say, because this is realistic, let's say all your stocks, you have 428, right, that you set aside just from having good trades during. Mind you, you didn't make 428 all at once. You took 33, you took 10, you took 50, you took 25, you took 10. Then one day you had a crazy $100 trade. You had a crazy $200 trade. Now imagine if all of this money wasn't separated from your account and taken out and put to the side, put somewhere else. All of your money that you made would have been put in this account. So imagine, let's say you made all this money and you kept it in your account. Guess what? When you have a bad trading day, when you have a bad trade, which is gonna happen, you're gonna take L's. All that money you made is gone. That's very discouraging. That's gonna fuck up your psyche. That's gonna fuck up your mentality. You're not gonna think about things right because you're like, damn, I just had a day where I made $600 and now I just lost $600. Damn, I had a day where I made $1,000 and then I just lost 2,000. That is going to fuck you up because that's your actual fucking money that you've been setting aside. But this is how you get around fucking up your money. This is how you protect your money. Your account can still grow to where you have more to trade with, but at the same time, you have some of this times where you did hit on a trade, some of the times where you did make it out with a profit. You already looking out for yourself and set that shit aside. You already did that. You did that. So this is it. Now, for me, this is where you start to look at the other accounts, right? So let's say this is going to be the same total for every account. Let's just imagine, right? Because we're assuming. So you can apply this across the board. So your other accounts is the exact same. Right? So this will be the equivalent of having 428 in all your accounts. I'm almost done. I just got to tie this home at this point. So I just want to show you how crazy this can get. I need to show you the full potential of splitting your money up this way. Because basically what you're doing, you're using your money as a tool. It's not just money anymore. It's a tool to make more money. That's how you have to start looking at your money. And you don't have to start a fucking business or scam people or whatever the fuck in order to do this. There is a strategy to do this realistically with whatever fucking amount you have. I don't care if it's $25. It will work if you stick to splitting your money up this way. So you have 428. Now this is your stock investments. We're gonna say your stock investments. Let's say this is how crazy this shit can get. The stock market is crazy, y'all. The stock market is crazy. Some stocks, Nvidia just went up 1,000% in a year. The stock, not even the stock option, the stock went up 1,000% in a year. So anything is possible if you're setting your money aside. I'm not saying it's going to happen all the time. It's very rare. But if you hit on the right stocks, it can happen. So let's say that $428 that you set aside, let's just say you made 40% on your investments. So 428 plus 172. So you took this money out and put it away from yourself. You made 40%. So now it's not 428 because this isn't money that's the point of investing the money you make into something that's long term, that's going to move slower. Because hey, 40% in a year is pretty fucking good. So you don't have 428, you have, what is this, 600. So instead of finishing the year with 428, that little money you made, that little 428 that you made just from setting your money aside, instead of it sitting in the bank, it's sitting in some stocks. Your stocks went up 40%. So now you got $600 just to the side, just off of you throwing $25 into Apple here, $50 into Tesla there, $33 into Amazon there. You doing those small amounts, it looks small. But when you are putting that to the side consistently, look at what you're able to do. Look at how you're able to exponentially grow something that was a small amount at a certain point. Look at what happens when you protect the initial investment you made and don't keep all of that in your investing account. Look what happens when you split it up into different categories. It can get crazy. So then the same goes to this. So this is a long term. I'm giving y'all numbers that are realistic for the category. Yo, what's good, Bish? How we doing, fam? Happy Friday. How's your day going? So let's go to the crypto. Now this is based on my risk profile. The crypto. So remember, you put the same amount aside into all the accounts because this is money being split 3 ways. So you put 33 in one account because that's 1/3 of 100. This time you put 10 aside. That means you made 30 bucks. This time you put 50 aside. That means you made 150 because you're splitting that across all accounts. So then let's go to the medium risk profile, where this is my crypto version. Now let me give you something realistic for crypto. So you went up plus 40% in your long term, right? And that's how you got 600 instead of 428. So let's say crypto, certain crypto, depending on how you split your crypto up, it's not crazy to say that you could make 150% in crypto in a year. Let's say that. Let's say you make 100 to 150. So we'll split it and say 125. So you set aside the same amount in each account, because every time you made a little money, you split it up. Now, mind you, these are different risk profiles. So the potential that you can make off of the same amount of money is going to be different. So your long-term investments make 40%, right? So let's just say your crypto is a more medium risk, and you could say higher risk, but I think it's kind of split depending on the crypto you invest in. Because if you invest in Bitcoin, to me, that's not super high risk compared to like Dogecoin or whatever. So let's say you have a balanced crypto risk profile. Overall, your crypto made 125% in a year. So what's we gotta do 428 times 0.25. Let's see what that is first. So that's 107. So we can go ahead and do 428 times 2 plus 107. So this is what your investment would look like if you had split up 1/3 of that little money you made, and you got 428, and you made 125% on that in the year. You don't have 428 anymore. You have 963. This is a different risk profile. So I'm just giving you an example of what it could be. So now that other 1/3 of the money you had in your second category that you split up is now almost $1,000, because you decide to split up your money into something that is a little bit higher risk, and you hit on your crypto this year. So now it's not 428, because if you imagine, if you would have put this money in a bank, if you would have took all this money and just put in the bank, it wouldn't be moving anymore. It would actually be depreciating because of inflation. So you're actually losing money keeping your money in the bank. So your crypto's up, and now you got $963 just because you put it in a medium to higher risk profile. All that little money you made now turned to 963. Pretty crazy how this shit can work if you actually, sit and strategize and split it up a certain way. So then, last but not least, you have your highest risk profile here on the end. Now, this is the account that you have. This is the money that you did allow to stay in your account, right? So we're gonna assume you had 100 at first, and actually, I have to change this to 133 because it's supposed to be. This is a 133. Told y'all my brain's fried. Because we're actually going to exit this out. Not what we're doing. This is traditionally what you would do, but we aren't doing that. So this account would be a little different. So let's say, this is how crazy. Let's say your account, you started off investing the money here. Okay, so let's say we would have to basically add, we're gonna sit here and add all the money. Let's imagine here. Let's imagine. So at first we had 133. So we're gonna add all the amounts that we made, because we split this in thirds, so it will be the same. So all we have to do is the same thing we did for this. So 133 plus $10. So that means we made $30 on one trade, and we only kept 1/3 of that. 133 plus 10 plus 50. We made 150 in one trade. We're keeping a third of it. So that's the 50. Then we made 75 on another trade and we're keeping 1/3 of it. So that's 25. Then we made 30 on another trade, so we're keeping 10. 219 is 218. Plus, then we made 300 one day on a crazy trade. We kept a third of it. And then we made 200 on another. Excuse me. Hold on, let me go back. So we had the 193. I'm about to start over because it lost my progress. We had 133 plus 10 equals 140 plus 50. That's 193 plus 25 plus 10 plus 100. Oh, hell no. 228. 100 plus 200. Okay, so that is 528. So, yeah. Basically, we have 528. I really could have figured that out way easier than what I did, but I want to exemplify it. So, say this is how much you would have, not including any other potential gains. So if you would have just kept the small gains and not traded or invested it, this is the amount that you would have in the high risk account. Now, this is just without any gains or losses. So 528. Yo, welcome back. Welcome back. You came back as soon as I'm about to go to sleep. I'm just now finishing my example. So this is the amount you would have if you took 1/3 of every gain you made, right? And just left it there and didn't touch it, right? So what we have here is just the potential of you splitting up your money into different risk profiles. So this is a low risk profile. This is just a little investment you did into some stocks. It moves real slow. You made 40% on it. This is just a medium risk profile. This is your crypto. We're going to say your crypto went up plus 125%. Your crypto went up 125%. And then you got this here, which is your high risk profile. And this is not including you actually doing any trades. So let me just do something modest. And let's just say over the year, your investment, your high risk investing account, you finish up 75% on it. Let's just say you could be up way more, but we're just going to say 75% for the sake of being conservative, because I would say that's personally in the middle of what my average is. That I when I calculated what's the average gain and what's the average loss I make, if we're right in the middle of the average gain I make, it would be 60 to 75%. So I'm just gonna go off of what my average gain is. So 528, and let's say that money you invested it over and over again, kept going in our investments. We're gonna do times 0.75. So that's 396 plus 528. So now we got about 924 bucks. Besties. It's gonna be on my head. So this is 3 different profiles. We got plus 75%. And these are all different risk profiles. So let's just say this is the result of using the system, and this is just off of starting with $100. This is off starting with $100, right? Now this isn't gonna be completely one-to-one realistic. I'm just throwing random numbers in to show y'all how my formula works and the potential of how the formula works if you split your money up this way. So let's add it up and let's see hypothetically in this scenario. This is not out of the realm of possibility, y'all. Like it's really not unrealistic. Nothing is impossible with trading or investments. It's really based on your skill and sometimes luck, but then luck comes with skill. So let's say you made 600 off of your long-term investments. Your stocks went up 40%. In my job, this is all off of taking money out of the little money that you make with the initial investment and not just keeping it in your account. This is splitting it into different styles. So this is your long-term stock account, or if you put your money in a bank, this is how much money you have in the bank. This second one is your crypto or your medium risk investments. You made 125 off your crypto in a year. Yeah, you got lucky. You got the right cryptos, and you're up 125%. That's not impossible. Like I was up more than 125% on certain cryptos this past year. So it just depends on which one you get in. So you got your 600 from your long term. You got your 963 from your crypto, and then you got your 924 from your high risk investment profile, which is the account that you started with $100. Now, it's hard investing with this amount of money if you keep all the money in your account. But what I basically just showed y'all is the possibilities of splitting your money across separate accounts whenever you do make something. So instead of you have $100 account, you made $100, you got 200. Now, no, you have 100 account you started with, you made $100. No, now you got 133, and 2/3 of the rest of that money is sent somewhere else. And if you rinse and repeat that over and over and over again, you are going to be able to exponentially grow whatever amount you have using this strategy. Now, I'm telling you, bro, this is something I can sell in the course. And I'm giving y'all that gem just to keep in the back of your mind in case you ever want to do this. And I would never charge y'all for anything related to stock investing, crypto advice. Because I care about this, I love this, and I'm passionate about it. And I had to learn the hard way, and I want to make it easier for someone else. I want y'all to see that this shit is not impossible, bro. You can learn, make mistakes, lose money in this main account with whatever amount you make. But when you do make it, split it up. Split it up. I don't care if you made $30. Split that up. $10 go to your bank or your stock, whatever stock you want to put it in. $10 goes into some crypto, and then the last $10 stays in the account. So I feel like for you guys, like this is something that you should keep in your mind, and remember that this shit is not just kept away from everybody. This isn't something that's inaccessible or impossible to do. Y'all can do this. All you need is basic information, and you need somebody that can teach you, and that's me. So if you guys would like any more information, let me know. And I do need someone to make an account, which JJ, here I am. But if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, and sub. Come through to the stream. If you guys have any questions, the links in the comments in the description. But on that note, I'm out.